Welcome back to the Means Report. Congressman Rick Allen, the Republican incumbent from Georgia's 12th District, has been kind enough to stop by our set today. Congressman, we just got news in recent days that Georgia Power is talking about the need for another nuclear reactor in the state of Georgia because of the electrical needs of our citizens in the future. We got two coming on down the road at Vogel. Your thoughts on expanding nuclear energy?
Oh, I think it's the energy of the future. It's already, the French are way ahead of us on nuclear energy, and I applaud Georgia Power for, two of their three nuclear power facilities are in our district, the 12th District of Georgia. In fact, let me say something.
Sure.
One of the things that I ran on was growing jobs, growing the economy, national security, and of course reducing the size and scope of this government. And I am proud to say that the 12th District of Georgia is the envy of the United States Congress as far as growing jobs right now.
People like what we're doing.
Oh my goodness, it's amazing. Obviously with the cyber coming to Fort Gordon, we had Unisys that I saw Tom Patterson last night, and he said that they're up to 300 jobs, and they're moving quickly to go to the to 700 here.
And these are good jobs.
These are high-paying jobs, and a lot of them are coming in from Silicon Valley. So, like I said, my colleagues are very envious of us, and I am very proud of the great work that our folks are doing in the 12th District of Georgia.
Well, you touched on something that I was going to get to, and it is so important to viewers in these parts. What do you foresee when it comes to the future of the economic development of the CSRA? Can we be that next Silicon Valley?
Oh,
is that the vibe you're getting?
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm seeing excitement everywhere. I meet with a lot of telecommunications people and high-tech people in D.C. and in Washington at their office there, and they always ask about where's the cyber? I said, listen, we got the funding for that. Prior to that, based on the sequester caps, the funding was not there to build the facilities for the Cyber Command to move. In fact, the president did not want to move the Cyber Command to Fort Gordon. There was no money in his budget to do it. And he didn't have money in the port to deepen the port. You know that every dollar we spend deepening that port is $5 to this economy.
Unbelievable.
And a lot of that gets to the 12th District of Georgia. And that's why you need business people in Washington. We understand that if you invest in the right things, that the revenue side will far more benefit those investments, and the federal government is supposed to protect us. National security, cyber warfare is the new frontier. There was a select committee in the Senate that had a hearing on that just yesterday, and they were told the threats that are out there. It's huge.
Yeah, it's scary, and that is what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, they could shut our power grid down
just with a punch of a button.
They could shut our financial system down. So we have to fight this war, and we're going to be fighting it right here in the 12th District of Georgia.
Bring us up to speed on anything on the agriculture front. Anything you're working on up there that's happened since we last met?
Yes, we are. Unfortunately, our rural areas are hurting. Agriculture, ag income is down 55% over the last 3 years. And I will say this, going back to the presidential election, Mr. Trump is right. We're getting killed on trade deals. Just to give you an example, in China, they pay their farmers $1.40 a pound for their cotton. They're paying 58 cents a pound for our cotton, and our cotton is far superior to their cotton. That's not right, particularly when we buy all the shirts.
Yeah.
Come on, folks.
Can something be done to
absolutely.
offset that balance and make it right?
Right. I mean, we need an administration that doesn't want to give the house away.
Talk to me about veterans and any of your efforts or the congressional efforts to help our veterans. I know that's another thing that's near and dear to your heart.
And you know what? Again, we have our priorities out of order. We have people who have given part of their physical bodies and mental capacities, plus put their life on the line for this country, yet they have to stand in line for months for health care.
Yeah.
That's wrong. They need to have the ability to go get health care, even if they need to get it privately.
Let me ask you this. How does the future look when it comes to our young people? You were kind enough to host a youth leadership summit down at Georgia Southern about a month or so ago.
Yeah.
What's the future look like with our kids?
Let me tell you, it's very bright. Colonel Sam Anderson came down and spoke. They talked about the cyber. He talked about the unique opportunity for our area as far as careers. and I think he was trying to maybe get some of those folks to study coding, computer coding, and things like that, and talked about how advanced this whole program is. And he was great. And but the summit, we had the questions we got from these young people.
They're smart.
Really, that was and we have had so much good. I mean, we had over 400 juniors and seniors in all of our high schools were represented in the district.
Well, that's encouraging for sure. Let me ask you this. I cannot believe I'm asking you re-election questions already, but update me on your re-election efforts. And by the time you get settled in, you have to start running again.
Well, the primary is going to be, I mean, it's, 6 weeks away, May 24th.
Wow.
And, of course, I have an opponent in the primary. But, everywhere I go, people seem to be on board with what we're trying to do. Obviously, let's face it, it's very difficult for people to understand, what's going on, because there's a lot of bad messaging out there, and there's all these, well, for example, I have 100% rating with the National Family Council and the National Right to Life. Well, I think that's pretty important. They're faith-based organizations. They watch how I vote, and they look at just about every vote. But then some of these things, some of these people, I mean, if, like, for example, if you vote to fund the Cyber Command to move to Fort Gordon, you get a terrible rating.
They take off points for that?
Exactly.
Oh, man.
And, guess what? The United States Congress has the constitutional authority and requirement to fund the government. Guess who that requirement goes to if we don't fund the government? The President of the United States. He then decides what's essential and what's not essential. So, you know what, we need, and that's a big fight we're having there now, is over this budget and getting our conference to agree on a budget so we can have the votes to pass that thing on our side.
Look back on your first term in office. Hearing you, Congressman, I'm hearing that there was a learning curve for sure, because you told me there would be.
Yeah.
But I'm hearing some frustration as well, that sometimes you and other people on your side are just spinning your wheels.
Yeah.
I know you had hopes and dreams when you ran.
Yeah.
How's that reconciling versus reality?
Well, one of the problems right now, and it's hard to believe, but we spend 90% of our time trying to keep the president from doing what he's doing in overreach. We voted on a bill last week to join on an amicus brief in the courts, to be a friend of the court in a lawsuit against the president on executive amnesty, which we won in the District of Texas. And granted, if it ties at the Supreme Court without our other judge, the ruling in Texas will stand. So we will win that battle. The president knew he didn't have the authority to do that. I mean, but let me tell you what, again, when I come to the 12th District, the frustration leaves, because you wouldn't believe what our people are doing here. And what I'm trying to do is promote that. I said, when I ran, I said, we have to create jobs. We have to grow this country, grow this economy. We have to secure this nation. We have 272 ships right now. We need 350. Do you know how many ships we had in the Navy at the end of the Reagan administration?
I do not.
600 ships.
Good night.
We have the Air Force. We have the least number of planes we've ever had.
You know what, though? It sounds like it's almost more realistic for us voters to just look at what you can do to help us back home versus seeing any congressman as this person who's going to just fix the world, because that's where the frustration kicks in. If I'm hearing you correctly, you are able to keep bringing things back to the district and help us.
Exactly. And, again, you got to secure the country. That should be every vote I take, every decision I make is based on rank-ordered values. Okay. Number one, national security. That's an easy one. Number two, growing the jobs and growing the economy. And then number three is reduce the size and scope of this government so we can, balance the budget. And I voted to do that on several occasions to balance this budget. We have to pay this debt back.
Listen, I tried as hard as I could not to reference the Masters because, folks, we record this program, and then if the topics are generic enough, if you will, general enough, we can rerun the program. But everybody knows this is airing for its first time on Masters Sunday. Have you been out there, and who's going to win?
Yes. Today, we had the privilege, Brendan Simpkins, who is a 4-time bone marrow transplant survivor.
Love him.
And his dad's written a book. I highly recommend the book.
Oh, Possibilities.
Possibilities, yeah. But my wife is his piano teacher. And she's retired from teaching piano, but she is still teaching Brennan. And they have formed a really pretty strong relationship. And he caddied for Charles Cootie in the par 3 today. So we did have to run out there and follow Brennan and around. And Brennan putted for Charles.
He's a great putter. How'd he do?
He did well. And with all that crowd,
yeah.
I would have been, but when you've had 4 bone marrow, what in the world would scare you?
Nothing.
Nothing.
No, at this point, he's fearless.
But yeah, and we ran into so many people. That's the beauty of it, is going out there and just really getting to see so many folks. But like yesterday we started off with the prayer breakfast at Warren Baptist Church.
Yep.
We ended up at the First Tee concert last night. We were out with the people all day. That is what inspires me, is when I get out in this district and folks they're getting it done.
Yeah.
And if we could get this attitude throughout the country, think what this country could be.
Hear, hear. Who will win that tournament? Do you have a feeling?
Yeah, I tell you, there's so many favorites. Obviously, Jason Day has finished strong there.
Yeah, he's doing well.
And he looks good.
All right.
And so he would be at the top of my list. Adam Scott would be at the top of my list.
Mm-hmm.
You can't discount Phil Mickelson. This is his favorite golf tournament.
Yeah.
And we did see him make a birdie on the 5th hole of the par 3 while we were following. They were in the group ahead of Brennan today. So. Yeah. But yeah, we are so fortunate to have that tournament here and really have the world at our doorstep here this week. And so it's great, and I'm just glad to be a part of it.
Well, we appreciate your hard work in D.C., and we appreciate your presence here today.
Yes. Thank you, Brad.
Congressman Rick Allen from the 12th District of Georgia.